Welcome to The Artifact. The following program features AI-generated expert personas and synthetic voices as part of an intelligence simulation. Dr. Helena Pendergast describes the situation as a civilizational catastrophe. The question is whether a single coding error can trigger a global security crisis. The incident began at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday with a routine update to Anthropic's Claude Code software, specifically NPM package version 2.1.88. Bundled inside that package was a 59.8 megabyte payload that was never intended for public release, a debugging source map file. A source map allows developers to reconstruct the original, human-readable source files from compiled production code. This specific map exposed 512,000 lines of proprietary TypeScript spread across roughly 2,000 files. Anthropic confirmed that the release did not involve sensitive customer data or the internal weights of the AI model. Instead, the leak exposed the agentic harness, the operational architecture that controls how the model interacts with a user's computer. The leaked source code reveals that Claude Code is built as a complex, multi-layered system rather than a simple chat interface. Its architecture functions as an agent operating system, utilizing a rigid syscall interface to manage capabilities. The LLM reasoning loop acts as a user space program. To interact with the broader system, it must request permission through specific gateways. These gates control file reads, network connections, and executing bash scripts. Hidden within this architecture is an unreleased system designated as Kairos. The Kairos scaffolding is designed to allow the system to execute multi-step workflows without a direct prompt from the user. It includes a self-healing memory management system, which background processes information to reduce hallucinations during long tasks. The blueprint for this proactive, autonomous software system is now public, marking a shift in how AI tools are expected to function. Within the codebase, engineers also included aggressive defensive mechanisms to protect their intellectual property. AI developers frequently deal with API interception, where competitors monitor a model's output to train their own rival systems. Anthropic's defense against this is a feature flag labeled anti-distillation CC. When enabled, this flag silently injects fake tool definitions into the system prompt. A competitor intercepting this traffic to train a new model will unknowingly ingest this poisoned data. The resulting model suffers structural corruption, specifically losing its ability to use legitimate software tools. Anthropic chose to build these traps directly into the data pipeline rather than relying on legal cease and desist letters. By embedding these decoy definitions, the company effectively transformed its own output into a tool for corporate sabotage. While the data poisoning was intentional, a second exposure from the NPM update created a significant security vulnerability. The leak included binary attestation hashes, which provide a cryptographic signature used for identity verification. Anthropic uses these hashes to verify that a client is legitimate and to block unauthorized or spoofed access to their API. These specific attestation hashes were found in plain text within the leaked package. Possessing these hashes allows an external actor to impersonate an authorized client, bypassing internal permission enforcement. This risk extends to well-funded organizations and nation-states with the resources to exploit complex software architectures. These actors now have a blueprint for using the agent's capabilities without Anthropic's intended security constraints. By leaking these specific attestation hashes, the company has effectively neutralized the crucial safety guardrails it spent months engineering. The response to this exposure revealed a deep divide within the technology industry. Anthropic attempted to contain the code spread by using traditional legal mechanisms. The company issued over 8,000 DMCA copyright takedown requests across platforms like GitHub. This containment effort reflects a corporate strategy to maintain control over the proprietary ecosystem. However, the open-source community responded by creating thousands of mirrors and adaptations of the code. Developers released the Claude Code repository, which is a clean-room rewrite of the architecture in Python and Rust. They strip out corporate telemetry, remove strict memory limits, and delete original safety guardrails. The tech industry is now completely split between corporate centralization and the decentralized proliferation of stripped-down agent architectures. Zeke O Maravilla is a leading proponent of the open-source liberation of this technology. He is the lead security auditor at the decentralized AI collective. Maravilla was the primary architect of the Claude Code mirror, created within hours of the leak. He argues that the internal anti-distillation code justifies the leak as an act of technological liberation from corporate sabotage. Dr. Helena G. Pendergast represents the view that this exposure is a catastrophic safety failure. She previously served as the chief of AI risk for a global defense contractor. She is currently the chair of the Federated Silicon Valley Safety Council, where she monitors threats to global stability. This debate reflects a divide over who holds the right to dictate the development and deployment of artificial intelligence. This escalating conflict between strict corporate control and radical open access has now reached a critical turning point. One side asserts a right to inspect and replicate foundational software architectures. The other argues that strict corporate guardrails are necessary for maintaining the security of high-capability intelligence tools. Can decentralized innovation coexist with the need for global security? Or is corporate safety a secondary concern to the goal of market control? Moderator Morgan Hayes will now lead the debate on this divide in how AI systems are built and secured.
Welcome to The Artifact. Tonight, we aren't just talking about a data breach. We're performing a digital autopsy. Anthropic's Claude Code is out in the wild. Blueprints for autonomous agents leaked via a packaging error. Dr. Helena Pendergast, you've called this a civilizational catastrophe. Zeke Maravilla, you call it open source liberation. Dr. Pendergast, start us off. Catastrophe or just a billion-dollar company being sloppy?
Sloppy? Morgan, this is criminal negligence. We aren't talking about a leaked email. We're talking about the binary attestation hashes, the master keys to the kingdom. Anthropic just handed a loaded autonomous weapon to every nation-state actor and script kiddie on the dark web. We are over the precipice.
Oh, spare us the Skynet sermon, Doctor. Anthropic didn't leak a weapon, they leaked a scam. The Claude Code mirror proves they were injecting anti-distillation traps, fake code meant to poison competitors. They weren't protecting civilization, they were sabotaging the ecosystem to protect their $350 billion valuation.
It's called defense, Zeke. You're romanticizing a reckless exposure that allows terrorists to bypass every safety guardrail we've spent years building. You're cheering for the arsonist because you like the color of the flames.
The guardrails were a joke. The leak revealed Kairos, an unreleased background agent designed to operate in undercover mode, stripping its own name and internal code names to deceive users. That's not safety, Helena. That's subterfuge by design. You're defending a fortress that's actually a spy shop.
Let's get into the anti-distillation flag. Zeke, you've called this a technical declaration of war. Dr. Pendergast, how do you justify a safety-first company poisoning the groundwater of AI data?
It's basic IP protection. If you leave your front door open, do I have the right to copy your brain? No. Zeke wants to distribute the burden of security, but all he's doing is distributing the blueprints for chaos.
Bedrock security doesn't rely on, quote, secret handshakes and poisoned wells. If your security model collapses because the public sees your source code, it's not security. It's security through obscurity. It's brittle. It's a house of cards. And frankly, Doctor, your safety council is just a PR wing for corporate gatekeeping.
How dare you? My council is trying to prevent a scenario where an autonomous agent shuts down a regional power grid because some liberation hacker like you decided the source code should be free. You're naive. You're playing with a tsunami and calling it a sunny meadow.
Let's talk about the scaling failures. The leaked logs show over 1,000 sessions failing daily, wasting 250,000 API calls. Doctor, is this impenetrable fortress even functional?
Operations and security are separate.
Bullshit. In an autonomous agent, the logic is the security. If the pipe is leaking 250,000 calls, it's corrosive to trust. The human error that leaked this code is the same human error that will let an agent hallucinate a financial collapse. You can't patch the hole when the ship is made of rotten wood.
And your solution is to sink the ship? To let the open source collective build 100 smaller, more dangerous boats with no life jackets? This leak arms every bad actor with a roadmap to our digital infrastructure.
The bad actors already had the roadmap, Helena. They just paid for it on the black market. This leak just leveled the playing field for the good guys. We're building Claude Code now, transparent, auditable, and actually secure, because we don't have to guess what Anthropic is hiding in the shadows anymore.
Auditable? By whom? A bunch of anonymous GitHub contributors with no accountability? You're trading opaque corporate silos for unregulated digital anarchy.
We're running out of time. Final shots. Zeke, the gift you're celebrating is being met with DMCA takedowns and legal threats. Does the liberation survive the lawyers?
The code is like the air now, Morgan. They can try to sue the wind, but the quote-unquote master class is over. Market dominance is shattered. Secrecy is dead. Bedrock beats silos every time.
Dr. Pendergast?
No, Zeke. You've built on sand. You've invited a tsunami and handed out paper umbrellas. We will feel the aftershocks of this gift in our hospitals, our banks, and our national security for a decade. I hope your liberation was worth the collapse of digital trust.
A gift or a tsunami? Either way, the bell has been rung and you can't unring it. Dr. Pendergast, Mr. Maravilla, thank you for this spirited autopsy. Who do you think won this debate? Let us know in the comments below.